Zoats are mysterious creatures, legendary in nature, where no one truly knows how or when they first appeared in the Warhammer world, or why they call the forest their home. Much speculation surrounds them. Some believe that the Zoats were shaped by the Old Ones, much like many of the other races in the world, to act as a guardian of nature, maybe even a sort of offshoot of lizardmen. Others believe they simply have always existed, born in a primeval age of the Warhammer fantasy world, possibly closely related to the Dragon Ogre, or at the very least a distant cousin. Their purpose or goal are unknown, for it is quite rare to see them outside of the forest. It is however known that they are low in number, perhaps a race of a now ancient age which is now starting to dwindle. Large, rough-skinned, four-legged reptilian creatures, Zoats from a distance look like sinister beings. Their massive frame can indeed suggest that, but this is not the case. They are extremely unsociable with other races, and prefer to keep to themselves. But it is known for them on certain occasions to communicate with the Wood Elves of Athaloran and the Druids of Albion. The Zoats speak their own language, but they are confirmed to speak the respective languages of the elves and of men, which could mean that they see the common goal with the protection of nature, and thus wish to be able to communicate with them should the need arise. There are recorded incidents of goblin hordes invading the magical forests of the elves, where the Zoats have made themselves known and fought alongside them, quickly disappearing again when the fighting was done. They do not wear clothes nor armor. Instead, their scaly body protects them from some of even the most sharpened blades or heaviest hammers, each of which will struggle to even leave a mark. Zoat society is strange indeed. They do not live in large numbers, but this may be perhaps because their numbers are indeed dwindling. There are no heroes within the race, but rather only wizards. That is not to say that they are not physically powerful. Indeed, Zoats are behemoths on the battlefield, able to swat away most opponents as if they were flies. The weapons commonly seen with Zoats is that of a long wooden staff, tipped with metal-bound cylinders of black stone. The metal is silver and carved with strange symbols which are indecipherable by other races. Which is why many speculate that this race is indeed much older than the time of the Old Ones, or else the lizardmen themselves would be trying to decipher those ancient runes. But where they truly excel is with their control of the winds of magic. They are known to be so in tune with the law of life that some scholars speculate that they are indeed physical manifestations of the law itself, true law masters of the law of life. Very few living beings have such a grasp on the wind as the Zoats do. They prove to be great teachers, where some wood elves, and very rarely even a druid of Albion, has claimed to have been personally taught from these great masters. They prefer the use of magic to brute force, able to rouse up the trees to crush and strangle any who may tread too closely to their domain. This is how they may stay as undisturbed as possible. The less any know of their existence, the better. Zoats are a rather interesting race, so very little is actually known about them, despite the fact that they were introduced in 3rd edition Warhammer Fantasy Battles. And with time, they were eventually introduced to Warhammer 40k and even Blood Bowl. They essentially had an army list in 3rd edition, but even then it wasn't too big. Zoats themselves will always be one of those lesser known races, and I believe that's why people were so interested in them. They are a new unit being released in the Total War Warhammer DLC, the Twisted and the Twilight, joining the Wood Elves as a new monstrous creature. It is nice to see very old units being implemented into Total War Warhammer. Many older players such as myself really enjoy seeing them. But with that, my friends, we've come to the end of our video. Thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy the video, might I suggest giving the video a like, or even subscribing to the channel, as it really does help us out. In the description section below are various links to different social media platforms such as Facebook, Instagram, and Discord. Also in the description section is an affiliate link with Element Games where you could buy loads of hobby-based products, not just Warhammer, for 10 to 25% off. Making a purchase using that link and also our special code, which is also in the description, supports the channel at no extra cost to you, which we think is rather cool. A big thank you to our patrons. Your support means the world to us. It's amazing that people want to help a small channel like us grow and get to a higher level of content. A big thank you to Gibraltar LUSC, Ryan Bertsche, Andrew Prince and Okro for subscribing to us at our Fane level. You guys are super cool. And a big thank you to Edward Yule, VS Vasan, Aaron Whitman and Shaggy for subscribing to us at our King level. Honestly, we can't thank you all enough. And lastly, a big thank you to all of you for liking, sharing and commenting on these videos. Honestly, it's because of you guys that the channel has been growing at such a great pace lately, so we can't thank you all enough. But with that, my friends, thank you so much for watching once again, and we shall see you all again very, very soon. Have a good day.